Hello students, yesterday we have done the associative property for the addition. Under the properties of the integers, what is property we have discussed? Associative property for addition. Now today we have to discuss the associative property for the subtraction. You understand the associative property? Associative property use three integers at a time with different pairs. Yes or no? In addition. In the same way for the subtraction. Let us use few examples to understand again the associative property. I'll take three integers. First is 5, second is -2 and third is +3. The positive and the negative integers. Alright, we have to subtract them here to prove the associative property for the subtraction. Now place a negative sign between three integers 5 -2 +3. Okay, in first case, now we are not going to change the position of the numbers. We have to make different pairs. First we have to use this bracket for the pairing of the integers. Okay. So first place is filled with the 5 and second place is filled with the -2. First we have to solve these two integers. Minus, what happened? Plus. So 5 plus 2. This bracket is solved because when two signs come together, there is a multiplication between them and the result is minus plus. Now 5 plus 2. Next is -3. When you open this bracket, these two terms are already solved. What we get from this? We get 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. Then -3. Now here 7 is positive, 3 is negative. Then what is the result? +4. So overall result of these three integers after subtraction making two pairs. One is this group and second is this group. The result is 4. Now we again subtract three integers but with different patterns, with different pairing. Now we are going to pair these two first. Okay. Now we have to solve these two integers first, then we have to solve with this integer. Now see, we have 5 -2. All three integers are on the same place. Just we have to make different pairs. So -2 +3. We have to solve these two integers first, either addition or the subtraction. We have to place subtract sign. Okay. -2 plus. What happened here? When minus is multiplied with the positive sign, we get a negative sign. First integer is already negative. Second integer is also now negative. When two integers are same sign with negative sign, they are added but the sign is of subtraction. Alright. So when two integers are added, 3 plus 2, what we get? 5 with a negative sign. Now when we open this bracket now, what is the sign outside? There is again a negative sign. So when we open any bracket, either this bracket or this bracket, we have to use a multiplication sign. As we use in this case the multiplication of minus with plus, we have to use multiplication of minus with the minus. And minus is plus. So what we get? 5 plus 5. The result is +10. What happened here? The results are different. So students, I thought you understand that when we subtract three integers in the same pattern as we added, but here results are different by making different pairs. So what we get the result? So if A, B, C are three integers, either positive or negative, when we subtract these three integers in different pairing, what happened? They are not equal. So we can say integers are not associative, not satisfy the associative property for the subtraction. They satisfy the associative property for the addition, but the associative property for the subtraction is not satisfy. You can use any example to solve this property. Next, now come towards associative property. We have to prove only for addition and the subtraction here. Now next is the additive identity. This is very important property for the integers. Let us take few examples to understand what is the meaning of additive identity. What is the meaning of identity here and what is the meaning of additive? Come here and see. When I have taken an integer that is -8, this is a negative integer, and I'll add +0. मैंने क्या किया? -8 में 0 को ऐड किया. जब 0 मैं किसी नंबर में ऐड कर रही हूँ, रिजल्ट क्या रहेगा? सेम नंबर, बिकॉज 0 किसी नंबर के ऐड हो जाए या सब्ट्रैक्ट हो जाए, उस पर कोई भी इफेक्ट नहीं डालता. ऑलराइट. So what we get the result? Result is -8. Let us take one more example. When 0 is at the first place and +5, that is positive integer, at the second place, and we have to add them. What is the result again? 5. So additive identity is what? What is the number who maintain the identity of all the integers? -8 is an integer. Now when 0 is added, same results. So एडिटिव आइडेंटिटी का मतलब क्या है कि ऐसा एक नंबर जिसको हम किसी इंटीजर में ऐड करें, एडिटिव मींस ऐड करें, उसकी आइडेंटिटी मेंटेन रहे. आइडेंटिटी मेंटेन का मतलब उसके वैल्यू में कोई भी चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर -8 है तो -8 ही होना चाहिए, +5 है तो +5 होना चाहिए. और ये कौन मेंटेन करता है? ओनली 0. 0 इज द ओनली नंबर which can maintain the identity of all the integers. हमने ऐड तो किया 0, बट इसने इन दोनों इंटीजर्स पे कोई इफेक्ट नहीं डाला. So this is called additive identity. So result is what? So 0 is additive identity for the integers. So how we write the rule? So if a is an integer, how we write the rule? A plus 0. You have to add 0 in any integer. The result is the same integer. A is here and A is the result. Or you can place 0 at the first place even though the result is similar. You can understand from these examples that additive identity for the integer means the number, when we add this number in any integer, result is the same, the given integer. Its identity do not change. Now come towards next and very important property, that is additive inverse. So additive inverse, this is additive identity and this is additive inverse. What is the meaning of inverse? Inverse means opposite. So see the examples. I'll write few integers and their additive inverse. First integer is 10 plus 10. Alright, its additive inverse is -10. If I take -5 integer, what is its additive inverse? It is +5. Next is 52. Its additive inverse is -52. Next example, -25 is an integer and its additive inverse is +25. So what you conclude from all these examples? That if I take positive integer, the same number with the negative sign, that is the if negative sign is used in front of same integer, I am not going to change the value of the integers. I am going to change their signs. This is positive, then this is negative. If this is negative, then its additive inverse is positive. Understand? So सबका सभी इंटीजर्स का एडिटिव इनवर्स पॉसिबल है. अगर कोई इंटीजर पॉजिटिव है, उसका एडिटिव इनवर्स नेगेटिव हो गया. इंटीजर नेगेटिव है तो उसका एडिटिव इनवर्स पॉजिटिव हो गया. हर इंटीजर का एडिटिव इनवर्स है. Why we name additive inverse? What does its mean, additive inverse? Let us understand this one. First you see this property. So the additive inverse of any integer a is minus a. You understand from these examples now? And additive inverse of minus a is a. So if a is integer, its additive inverse minus a. When minus a is an integer, its additive inverse is a. So we can say also, when a is integer, when we add its additive inverse in the integer, what is the result? You can see from this rule, plus minus minus. When the same numbers are subtracted, what happen? The result is 0. You must note down everything in the notebook, and this is very important property, that when the same numbers are subtracted, result is 0. But we are going to add, when an integer is added in its additive inverse, the result is 0. That's why it is called additive inverse, because when we add an integer in its additive inverse, the result is 0. And 0 is what? 0 is additive identity. Now see from one more example. I'll take minus 10 as integer, and I have to add its additive inverse. What is the additive inverse of minus 10? It is plus 10. What happened here? The result is again 0. So when we add an integer in its additive inverse, the result is 0. Understand? You can use more example to prove this one. For example, I'll take 5 plus minus 5. Now I'll select plus integer, positive integer, plus 5. और मैंने उसमें क्या ऐड किया? 5 का एडिटिव इनवर्स, और 5 का एडिटिव इनवर्स क्या है? minus 5. Plus minus, minus by the rule. So 5 plus 5 minus, what is the answer? 0. So you must always remember the meaning of the additive inverse and the additive identities. Understand? Now let us take one question to understand these properties, and how we use these properties to solve the question. Now question is filling the blanks. First, second question is related to next its part. Write the used property. When you fill any blank, then what kind of property is going to use. Next, verify the result. Verify the result means when you use the property, why this property is satisfied, that is used to fill the blank. You have to write all these three answers. Now, let us take one question. The question is minus 5 plus minus 8. We have to add these two negative integers in the left hand side. What happened in the right hand side? Right hand side, at first position there is minus 8. You have to fill this blank. Alright, let us see the solution, how we fill and what kind of property is used and how we verify the result one by one. Alright, in filling the blanks, see here, I have to fill here. Alright, now let us see the left hand side. There are two integers to be added. Alright, both are negative integers. One at first position minus 5, at second position minus 8. Alright, then this sign is used. This is the sign of equality. Equality means the left hand side value is equal to right hand side. In mathematics, when we write equal sign, equal means the left hand side value is always equal to right hand side value. Now in right hand side, in the question, there is only one integer. What is that integer? Minus 8. And here we have used two integers. So what is missing? What kind of integer is missing? Minus 8 come here, minus 8 come here. Maybe positions are changed, but minus 8 placed now. So what is the integer which is not to be placed here? Because they are equal, then both the values are equal, the left hand side and the right hand side. That's why I have to fill in this blank, there is minus 5. Now you can see from these two sides, Here is two integer in left hand side, -5 and -8 are added. In right hand side, -8 and -5 are added. So both are equal. Where I fill -5. Now what kind of property is used when we change the position of the numbers and result is similar? Result is similar, that is you can understand from equality sign. Equal means the result of left hand side is equal to result of right hand side. We have already done a property which is commutative property. So students, you must remember the properties so that you can use and write down which kind of property is used. So which kind of property? This is the answer of second part. Alright, write the used property. Commutative property for addition of the integers. So you have to write in the same way. When I'll give you questions now in the worksheet, you have to write in the same way. Commutative property for addition of the integers. Now come towards the third part. Verify the result. How we can prove that our result is correct? That we have filled -5. Okay, we have filled according to property. So we have to verify that it is correct or not. How we can prove? We have to solve both the sides separately. This is left hand side. This is right hand side. We have to write in the short form. L.H.S means left hand side. Alright. So in left hand side, we have to select only these two numbers which are placed in the left hand side. -5 plus -8. We have to add these two numbers according to rule. Plus minus minus. So -5 -8, answer is -13. Alright, this is the result of left hand side. Now see the right hand side. Right hand side is -8 and what we have placed in the blank, in the filling blank, -5. When we add -8 plus -5 plus minus is minus. So what is the result here? -13. You can see both the results are similar. So our filling the blanks, our property and verification is clear. So we can understand when left hand side is equal to right hand side, it means we have to use commutative property and our filling the blanks is correct. So our result is verified. So you have to verify the result left hand side by solving left hand side separately and right hand side separately. Then you have to write left hand side is equal to right hand side. Results are verified. In the similar way, we have to do more and more questions to use the property to understand all the properties. Now student, let us take one more example to understand the same property, the property and the results, how we verify the result. Let us see the question. Filling the blank, write the used property and verify the result. On the same pattern, we have take one more example. The question is +13 plus -12 plus you have to fill this blank in the left hand side is equal to means left hand side is equal to right hand side. What is written in right hand side? 13 plus in the another bracket -12 plus -7. You can see from these numbers what kind of property is used. Now see from the solution. First, filling the blanks. What we have to fill in this blank? You have to understand the property. What kind of property is used? Here we have to use 3 integers. Yes or no? 3 integers are used. पहला integer क्या है? 13. दूसरा -12. तीसरा हमें fill करना है यहाँ पे. और right hand side में क्या है? 13 है. 13 यहाँ भी था. यहाँ पे क्या है next? -12 है. -12 यहाँ भी था. नेक्स्ट यहाँ पे क्या दिया हुआ है? -7. बट -7 यहाँ नहीं था. यू अंडरस्टैंड ना? फिलिंग द ब्लैंक में -7 नहीं था. सो व्हाट यू हैव टू प्लेस हियर? व्हाट इज मिसिंग? -7. Why we place -7? Because there is the equal sign. Equal sign means left hand side is completely equal to right hand side. Now you understand the brackets. There are two pairs. Here we have to place a bracket for the first and second integer. Here bracket is used for second and third integer. What property is used? As we told you earlier, what property? Associative property for the integers, as integers are associative for the addition, in which we take three numbers and we have added in different pairing and result is similar. So results is equal. Now third part. How we verify the result? How we prove that this associative property hold good for this example? That left hand side is completely equal to right hand side after filling -7. Maybe our answer is correct or not, we have to verify the result. Now, for verification of the result, as I told in previous example, that left hand side, you have to take separately left hand side, and here we have taken right hand side. Okay, what is the left hand side? 13 plus -12 plus, which we have filled, -7. We have taken this is as complete left hand side. First we have to solve left hand side. Now, you can see that first we have to add these two integers. Now, according to rule, plus minus is minus. Alright, 13 minus 12. What happened? Result is 1. Outside this bracket, we have -7. -7 come from this place. That is plus minus is multiplied and result is -7. So 1 minus 7, we have to subtract them because one is positive integer, one is negative integer. Result is -6. This is the result of left hand side from this equation. Alright, now come towards the right hand side of this equation. This is the right hand side of the given equation. Now let us take 13 plus -12 and plus -7, and we have to pair second and third integer here. Now we have to add these two integers. First integer is -12, second integer is plus -7. Alright, according to rule, you have to use the rule. Okay, -12 -7. We have to add these two integers because they are of same sign. That's why after adding these two integers, we get 19 with the negative sign. When we open any bracket and two signs are come together, we have to multiply them. So plus minus is minus. So you can understand the rules we have done are so important. That comes in every question. Alright. So we have to place -19. 13 positive integer, 19 now with negative sign. So what happens? Subtraction. And answer is -6. This is the result of right hand side. This is the result of left hand side. Both results are similar. So, associative property for addition of the integers is verified. We prove that when we place 7 in the filling the blanks, we have to place -7 na. So, we have proved if we place -7 in filling the blanks, then result of left hand side is equal to result of right hand side. So, associative property for addition is solved.